Hello, my name is Phealin, and we will be playing The Legend of Heroes: Trails in the Sky. I have played the first hour or so of this until I get out of the preload and into the actual game and done the first mission just to test it out, and it seems a lot of fun. I didn't really read any of the text, I just clicked through it because I didn't want to spoil myself to the plot and all that. So the only thing I know is what I've seen so far, but not the actual what they had to say and such. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into it. Also, I know this game has a tendency to crash a lot. At least it did for me in the beginning, and I looked up a lot of things, and apparently the way to resolve this is to in the options menu take away high HD fonts, because that's what's apparently causing the crash, because since I did that it played fine for over half an hour while testing, while before it crashed within the first 5 minutes. So yeah, anyway. That is really late. I even got a message from the guild saying he'd be home today too. And Shada's gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a bit before dinner. Hey, I'm home. Daddy! Sorry I kept you waiting, Estelle. Did you take good care of the house while I was away? Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Daddy? You didn't get hurt from fighting the bad monsters, did you? Nope, I'm fit as a fiddle. That reminds me though, I brought you a present. Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole? Sneakers? Something for my training? Maybe I raised you wrong, Estelle. Aren't little girls supposed to want like clothes and jewelry? I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty, and jewelry breaks when you go play outside with it on. Anyway, Daddy, what's with the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Now why don't you come over and have a look? What? Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? But why is my present a boy? Don't make such a fuss or you'll wake him up. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? Why did I get that? Looks kind of dead if you ask me. I've treated his wound, so he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating the kettle of water on the stove, I'd appreciate it. Okay. I really love the graphic of this game. He sure sleeps soundly, and he almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen black hair like that too. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair, and a pair of amber eyes to go with it. That's nice and all, but how about you come clean and fez up? Oh, sorry. Fez up? Yeah. Who's the kid anyway? And why is he hurt? Why did you bring him to our house? Is he an illegitimate? What? Illegitimate child or something? What? Oh, illegit. Did you betray mommy? Yeah. Where have you been picking up these kind of words? Oh, that's from Shazard, I assume. Yep, that's right. For heaven's sake, that girl is going to get me into trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. Actually, I just met this boy while I was out on business, and I don't even know his name. You mean bracer business? Something like that. Oh look, he's waking up. Wow, his eyes are the color of amber. Where am I? So you're awake now, are you? Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so please try and rest. What are you trying to pull? Huh? You must be out of your mind. Why did you just leave me there to die? Why? Now, that's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just worked out that way work for you? Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright. Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved into? Hey! You're shouting at a lot for someone who's supposed to be hurt. Running your mouth like that just gonna make it take longer for your body to heal. And just who are you supposed to be? I'm Estelle. Estelle Bright. She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age? Now that you mention it. Wait a minute, don't try to change the Ow! Quit yelling! Alright already. But you jumping on me like that isn't gonna make my heal any faster either. I don't hear you yelling again, do I? Look, jumping on me like that is going to make things worse. Do I hear yelling? Never mind, just forget it. As a word of advice, it would be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad enough. Yeah, I can see that. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Huh? Your name! You know that thing that people call you? I told you mine already, so don't you think it would be unfair to and impolite not to tell me yours? Oh. Seems like the logical thing to do if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve to your detriment. Fine. My name is Fade to Black. That's his name. Oh really? Wait, what? Oh, yeah, I had to disable cutscene thing. It shows a pretty long cutscene there usually, but it's so bright in here. I slept like a rock. That must mean it's Dad's turn to cook this morning. I wonder if that means Joshua is still in bed. Ah, guess that's a no. Well, I guess I better get myself ready then. I didn't actually hear this music last time I was playing because I don't know why, it just didn't work, I think. That's beautiful. Nice, what, Joshua? Bravo. Good morning, Estelle. I hope I didn't wake you. Nah, I was already up when I heard you start to play. I can't believe how awake you are, though. Even the roosters still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind, with that siren song of yours gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber. What do you mean, woman? We're the same age and I'm hardly a man. How wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like a loyal follower, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, how fortunate for you. You could at least try to sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune though, cheerful yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs too, of course, but this was my favorite. What was it called again? The Whereabouts of the Light. That's right, The Whereabouts of the Light. I wish I could play the harmonica like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. It's really just a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess my problem is just that if I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? All your hobbies are sitting around kind of stuff like reading and music. No girl is gonna be impressed with just that. Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes? That's enough talk about hobbies from now on. And for your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Really, I believe that when I stopped finding beetles in the hallway. Hey Estelle, Joshua. Morning, Dad. Morning, Dad. Is the breakfast ready? It's ready and waiting. Why don't you, the both of you, hurry down before it gets cold? Okay. I'm on my way. Whee. Thanks for the grub, Dad. Boy, I am stuffed. Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle? Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot. Well, make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to pour that energy into your work too. That reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right. It'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point. And once we're finished, we'll be braces, just like you, Dad. By the way, the first episode or two will probably be a lot of talking, so yeah, I apologize for that. That means I'm not going to let you treat me like a kid anymore either. You still lack understanding, Estelle. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning. In other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard in your training to become a full-fledged bracer. Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you too. That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. And Estelle, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember? Huh? Wait, what test? Please tell me I didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the one that checks whether or not we mastered the skills we've been learning in the training. Don't you remember Shadow telling that if we failed we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework? Crap, totally forgot. I did mention it, I guess I kind of remember saying something like that. Don't sweat it, I'm sure we'll manage somehow or other. Excuse me. I honestly don't know how you've survived this long, Estelle. Your brain is like a sieve. Papa is sad. How could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality? Ha! You're the one who raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear, the two of you act so much alike, but whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, Estelle. Shadow's going to be waiting for us there. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy she gets when someone keeps her waiting. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything particular you'd like to eat, Dad? Any requests? Something I like to eat, huh? How about Rouen-style scalloped fish in balsamic vinegar sauce? What's that? I think it's a little more that's a little more than Estelle's cooking skill can handle. Or our stomachs. You're right, I was just wanted to see what kind of reaction I could get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelette. No need for anything fancy, but try to make something edible. How rude. But I can't actually say he's wrong. Actually, I do have one favor for you to ask before you head out. I'd like to pick me up a copy of the Liberal News from General Goods Store. They're supposed to be getting the latest edition in today. Got it. One copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Stores. Yay, 500 Mira. If there's money left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending. Alright, thanks, Dad. Okay, we're heading out now. See you later, Dad. Work hard and give Scarazar my regards. The throat is killing me. Why is it killing me? So either you can control it like this, with the keyboard, or you can control it with the mouse. But with the mouse you always run for some reason, but I don't really mind. Okay, let's go. Whee! So you can turn the camera with Z and X, because I like turning the camera. Whee! Okay, that's it. Going to town. I know the town is this way because I've been here before. It looks like we made it in good time, not too early or too late either. I just barely graduated from Sunday school. I never dreamed we'd have to study so hard to become bracers. Well, you're in luck. Today's our last day of training. Truth be told though, you're the one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place, so I don't know why you'd expect to get away with any less effort. Oh, yeah, I guess I did. Alright then, let's get to it. Make through this last hazing from Skara. You look ready to me. Let's go meet with Skara at the Bracer Guild over there then. No, we're not. We're going to the general goods store first. For the morning paper. Good morning, Mr. Rhinon. Hello there, Estelle and Joshua. You're up rather early today. Did you come to buy a new pair of shoes? Now that you mention it, are there any new ones in stock? You know, like the newest Stregas? Unbelievable. You're actually already forgotten why we came in here to begin with. We're not here to shop. We're supposed to be buying a copy of the liberal news for Dad, right? Of course. You always have a big collectors of those shoes, haven't you, Estelle? I'm afraid that the new Stregas, damn it, I'm gonna have problems saying that name, aren't out yet. If you're after the latest issue of the liberal news though, I should have them in around noon. Noon, huh? That's right in the middle of our training at the guild house. We'll stop by again after our training is over. Sure, I'll be waiting for you. There we go. So we're gonna... No, that's not... let's see, let's start the camera. Here it is. Bracer Guild. There you two are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Morning, Aina. Good morning. Oh, it is morning here. Oh well, it's actually noon soon. Is Shara here already? Hello, I keep changing the way I say the name. Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognized as a member of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to the both of you. Thanks. We'll do our best. The Star, the Hanged Man, the Hermit and the Magician, and last of all, Inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this? Good morning, Shara! Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, this is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early. Since it's my last day of training, I figured why not? I'm ready to get this show on the road and become a bracer myself. I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm, but I'm gonna work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. I can feel that enthusiasm dropping already. Quiet you. Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out your ears like it usually does. Wow, Joshua, Scare's picking on me. Don't worry, Shara. Well, Estelle may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework, acts rashly and is overly naive, and has a tendency to stick her nose into everything. Her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an orbment with some practice. Eventually, probably. I guess there's not much else I can do except for hope for the best. Hold on a second, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling you weren't standing up for me. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately. Whatever. By the way, Skara, what are you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face was really intent. Oh, this? I was just trying to get a vague reading about what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. You couldn't read the cards? Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, it's more the profound meaning of the cards that's more difficult they become to interpret. But that's not important right now. I think it's time we start your final training. I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information we covered. Excuse me. I'll try it again. I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information we've covered in your previous training. This is the minimal level of knowledge that bracers should have in order to function effectively. And Estelle, make sure you pay special attention to what I'm going to say. Yeah, yeah. Oh god. This is basically just basic information. Orbments are mechanical devices which operate by using that is known as orbal energy, a variety of effects that can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz or processed septum installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their inventions, their devices play an integral role in all facets life form of light, heaters and other everyday products, through weapons, magics and even airships. In connection to this technological reform is commonly known as the Orbital Revolution. Let's just skip the rest of that. Anyway, I'm actually all out of time for this part, so I'm gonna have to end this episode here. Meanwhile, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Bye.